Hey guys, what's going on? Alan here, Gibson Garage YouTube channel. For those of you that are just tuning in, we're in the middle of a Ford 4.0 rebuild, or a top end rebuild anyways. And we're doing the timing chain right now. I still gotta clean up this gasket a little bit, or this timing cover a little bit more, but I wanna punch this seal out first, and so I can clean in there a little better. First, we're gonna get this guide in there. These were tough coming out too, because the clearance is pretty tight inside this plastic piece. And if I didn't mention it, top dead center is cylinder 1's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And both of these keyways are straight up at 12 o'clock. And you also got, I mean, obviously they're only going to lock in one way, but there's a dot at the front of this that should be facing 12 o'clock when you're done. And then a dot here should be facing 12 o'clock right on the keyway. Yeah, and there's a notch too, I just noticed at the top. Help you line it up. There it is. There it is. Looking good. And the cam bolt. Now for the tensioner, we got the 2 bolts sitting in there with the gasket. Do not pull this pin out. You're gonna have a bad day. And if I didn't mention it, I did clean all the surfaces already. Sparkling. But you can see with these lined up at 12, the slack naturally wants to be over here. And this went right in. The tensioner went right in. And after you pull the pin, I'm going to tighten these first, but after you pull the pin, you're going to want to rotate it like once or twice and make sure that it's still lined up, which it should be. That feels good there. I don't have a book on this, or I would be doing everything to torque. You just gotta feel it out. Perfect. Yeah, you gotta spin the crank around twice, obviously, because the cam only spins around once for every time the crank spins twice. So I've got this stuff here that came with the head gasket set that I'm going to use around most of the perimeter. And then if you have the blue stuff, the blue gasket, like for water pumps, got a picture of a water pump right here. That's what I would use here, and you know, same on the other side right there. But this will work too. It resists gasoline, so it should hold up fine to coolant. Now I'm going to take this black RTV and put a little in the corners here. And I'm also going to take some of this number 2 and put it around those 2 ports for the coolant on the other side of the gasket too. Don't want coolant leaking into the oil. Now I do this to create some texture. You guys ever had to put ink in an ink trough for a newspaper? I'm gonna have to look at the footage and make sure I'm putting these in the right holes, but there are 11 bolts, 5 short ones, 6 long ones. 5 of the long ones have these extra threads on top. The short ones are easy because they go where the short bosses are. And then you've got the 5 small screws that come up from underneath, which we'll put those in for guidance, but we're not going to tighten them all the way down until last. And keyways should be straight up. Bam. And then this will thread into the adapter. Maybe. I don't know how to do it. Well, because the hole in the dampener is too small for this larger piece to fit through, I think we're going to have no other choice but to use the original bolt to install it. So the original bolt's not long enough, but luckily I had this other longer bolt that's M12 and this thick washer. I'm going to make sure that that's going to work. And then I'll put some, oh yeah, we got room. Okay. I'll just make sure it goes in. Oh, okay, okay. Whew, that was scary. Okay, so yeah, we'll put some Loctite on there for some lubrication. Okay, I just started making contact, but I'm worried about this bolt being too long here real soon. And it's going on pretty easy. Oh, and I think I reached the end of the bolt, or the length of the bolt. A little bit more Loctite on there, and the original bolt. Come on, oh, it's a different size. Yeah, okay, back in business. Super easy.
And we're about there. Oh, and there it is. I'm gonna tap it with my impact. Actually, I'm gonna do more than tap it with the impact because it took a good 20 seconds. I could, you know, before it finally broke loose. So I did torque them. After all, I got them at about 25. I just kind of went slowly, you know, 20, 25, and 25 feels about good. I don't think I want to go any further than that. We got plenty of squish. That stuff is oozing out everywhere, so I think we're in there nicely, nice and tight. And then I cinched up the bottom ones, so we're good to go on the timing cover. I was just cleaning the water pump, and I had already told him that, you know, oh, it spins all right, we'll probably use it. But it's pretty pitted all the way around after cleaning off the gas material and corroded. And once more, I think it's the original one from this. This might be the original one. This is a 98. That's pretty cool. And the bearings don't sound too bad, but they don't sound the best. They don't really feel the best, but they don't feel too bad. It's the pitting really that's kind of making me want to change it, so we get a nice seal around here. And this was sitting in a lot of rusty water, so it's probably a good idea not to use those bearings in there or use this water pump anymore. It's pretty neat though, and this is like super corroded. I would have to put some sealant on that, and we should just get a new one. Well, I think we're gonna leave it here for tonight then. I will call in for that water pump so I can have it in the morning. I gotta go make dinner. The wife's not feeling too good, so I'm gonna go take care of that. And then after dinner, it's just gonna be too late and too dark, because the next step really is to drop in the lifters and put on the heads. But I gotta spray the gaskets first, so it's just the timing's not right for the rest of this evening to get any of that done. So we'll pick up on that tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned to see what happens next.